go again. Here I go again. It's 222. That. My message for humanity is to let people know, as such as yourself, that psychic warfare is real, first and foremost. Now, I want to begin to discuss about how a person goes about under subjected to you get it, psychic warfare. See, all human beings have psychic abilities, such as myself. For a person to be subjected to psychic warfare, even for the worst parts, there's the worst parts that I didn't go through, and I'm the guy that figured it out way before anyone. At that matter, I know what the fuck is really going on. There's a psychic warfare that's going on, and a person that has their psychic receptor reads, the psychic center that is open, available, accessible. You're in tune with this nature of your mind. For one to go about how to defeat a person, it's like all of these concepts, it's just everything that you think of, you become. As a man thinks, so he shall become. With that understanding, things that you may say to yourself or other people can affect them. Like big whoop, bruh. So, understanding that, I didn't allow a psychic anything to perpetuate my own existence, my reality, my mind. I own my mind. That's the first part and step. The first step of understanding, why should I think for myself? If I didn't think for myself, would someone be thinking for me? And I got to the conclusion there are thought forms that people can there's thoughts, and also much more than that. I'm not going to speak on all of that, but I'm saying in this video, thoughts can affect people. They can change their mood. You can say something to someone that allows them to think about anything that they're talking about, and visualization or conceptual, metaphorically, and things of that nature. Insightful conversation, and imagery and all that. And depending on their depth of reality or perception, or how they see things, your first step would be open your third eye, your first eye, brow chakra, the sixth sense, sixth chakra. You get it? It's the sixth chakra, as they say. One's awareness becomes focalized on the attention of the observer. They go through many steps of enlightenment, but the first step is to know nothing. You know nothing. You are nothing. I am that I am. Many other things in spiritual reality. spirituality that teaches, to the community of those who know, who are aware, who are benevolent, who have a heart, good heart, those free thinkers, you know, and as they are rebellious as I am, there's a freedom that we all have need. We all seek. It doesn't matter who you are. Everyone seeks freedom. People want to go to outer space with SpaceX. That's a sense of freedom. That's a kind of freedom. People want to smoke on the porch. That's a kind of freedom. Let's just say you want to be LGBTQ. You want to be accepted in a community with LGBTQ. That's, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. But I'm saying that's what that is. You can run the video back and see what that says, and I guarantee you, everyone needs to think for themselves. It's a very important thing when you have your sixth sense open. Psychic phenomena is acceptable in your reality, which everyone is psychic. I'm giving you the understanding that it is so, being true, and the psychic warfare that go on every day, it's about really egotism. How much of a person you are compared to this, for example, this phone, and then you're on the phone and you look like you're the phone when you're really not the phone. You are you. That's the biggest concept I can hit to you, help you understand how meaningless the phone is compared to your existence. As opposed to, you're the wielder of this device. You control it. You utilize it. It helps you out. It allows you to make phone calls. Let's just get there, internet, Wi-Fi, blah, 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 blah. And that understanding, you're your creator. You are one with the creator. I am one with the creator. It is so. I'm not trying to give you guys too much knowledge or information about psychic phenomena or information that details on how much of a person like goes through, or what you will go through, or what it's like, and all this other mumbo jumbo. Because for real, I should be getting paid for that part. But no, I'm gonna just break it down to you this way. Psychic warfare is real, and you or your friends, or even myself, must think for themselves at all times, and influences from outside sources to internal sources. Use your intuition. Truly use it to the best of your ability. It's not a game. When I go through this psychic warfare, I feel like I'm not myself. I don't feel like I have a purpose at some point. And sometimes I feel like life doesn't matter, doesn't care enough. All of that is actually a reality that I'm experiencing, going through a psychic warfare of all, just humans. And anything that has psychic impulse or reaction or response, and anything, you have input in the psychic stuff. Paranormal, it's really reality. But I don't let it get to me. It's almost as if I have to think of something new to do every time I get too down, or too out of myself, or too much ego or some shit. I just get out, totally out. And for that matter, I'm telling you from my point of view, perception, perspective. Let me say that. Same thing. When you say perspective, this is my focal point, and where I point, it hits, because I can direct energy. But that's too deep into the psyche of the mind and energy. And if you wanted to hear about that, just look up consciousness. You know, stuff like that, or Reiki. But like I'm saying, this psychic warfare is real. I'm not in any danger. I'm not hurt from this stuff. I'm not offended. I'm not down about it. I'm not anything. It's at the point where the psychic is like people are thinking so much out loud, but they're really they don't have their mouths open when they speak. It's like they're thinking so loud. It's almost like a muffling in some cases. It's a big muffling going on, and it's a muffling of their thoughts or something. And I don't dwell on that. I got onto the understanding that I am alive. I am here. I am present. I exist. I am now, and I'm aware. I choose to react a certain way, but depending on my reaction allows the circumstances, the situation, and reality to take place. If I hold no reaction and I analyze how I feel, I can decide how I want to react. And with people's reaction, it's like, hey, you know, actions speak louder than words. I can see you're upset, but you don't want to tell me that. Or something like that. Worst case scenario. Guy just wants to punch another guy in the face. But I don't know. But what? That's my thing. I don't know. Stay out of trouble, stay out the way. If anything, you know street smarts, you don't need to be in the street. Nobody does. No one deserves to be in the street. It's a part of reality that we have to accept as times change and circumstances become better situations and things of that nature. Allow everyone to live free, comfortable, and easy without having to do so much extra bullshit, run around chasing a cheesecake or some shit on a wagon. Come on, I ain't finna do that. I got my own job. I work for myself. I don't gotta pay for no. I don't gotta live like it's the end of everything. Like everything is ending, and I have all of these thoughts in my head and worries, and I'm feeling so bad about what's gonna happen next. And nobody need all that worry and stress, especially me. Why would someone else have that? Have to want to feel that? You want to always feel like you gotta jump when somebody come around you or something, or do you always gotta feel like, damn, life isn't good enough? Life is what you make it. How about that? I don't know. Or life is not funny enough. We don't have enough friends or family around, or something is missing. What is it that you lack, or what is it that you seek, or what is it you feel like is missing, or something you gotta do? What is it? You ask yourself. You probably just wanted some company, or you probably just wanted to smoke, or you probably wanted some food, or you probably just wanted to go on the TV, or you probably just wanted to listen to music. You probably wanted to express your creativity. You probably just wanted to go on a nature walk. You just probably wanted to go in a pool and jump in a swimming pool or something. Just something little or big. Something small or something big. It depends on how you feel about it, or what you feel, how inspired you feel about it. You can just think for yourself, and then boom, you feel like doing the next thing, which we all think for ourselves in some way, shape, or form. Ain't nobody dumb that dumb down. It's like you can think for yourself. The deeper we get into consciousness and understanding meditation, the heart, mind, body, spirit thing, it's the deeper, when we get more present and allow everything to come without forcing it to happen. It's how life should be. Well, it is. Like the trees and the bugs and insects and birds and life itself. It's a revolving door. I guess you could just say that. And it's ongoing. It doesn't end. It just changes. It changes, but it doesn't end. And I'm gonna keep it that way when I say that. Um, it's like you can't control things. Sometimes you just gotta let it go. You can't control your house getting wiped out by a tornado. Nigga, just go. Get the fuck away from there. Start over. Everything's gone. Can't you see that? It gets that deep. If you, life is the best teacher. Show you better it can tell you. Sometimes tell it to you, and sometimes show you in weird, strange ways that you never thought was possible. Really cool too, when you think about it. Awesome. It's amazing. It's miraculous. It's so much. There's so much to life. And you know what's so funny? Earth looks like this. The Earth looks like this, stretched all the way back to the smallest point, where my fingers touch them like this. And then you got the universe all out here in this fucking room too. The whole room is the universe, right? And Earth looks like this. At the smallest tip of my finger. And everything is around Earth. Huh? And humans have this kind of perception of what we think we know. And then we have a little bit more on the unknown. When there's so much more, we don't even fucking know. Niggas thought aliens weren't real and shit. We're the only species in the entire universe. There's fucking billions and billions and billions on and on and on. Planets with stars around them. Come on, man. There's galaxies and universes out there in that motherfucker. Black holes, stars, quasars and shit. Nebulas. Goes on and on. We're not the only one. There's so much more life. There's so much more life. You better listen to what I'm saying. It's not a lie. It's the truth. People say, hey, hurts my feelings. Well, what hurts more than telling you the truth that doesn't hurt? It doesn't hurt. The truth doesn't hurt you. All you have to do is listen. It doesn't hurt. Now, I'm not sure why other things hurt. Maybe if I just stab myself, it'll hurt, right? Because, why would I want to see that or feel that? And sometimes we go through that kind of lifestyle, or we live through it, being in pain and hurt and sorrow and just pain, It's just like, damn. But I feel like, someone is either lying to you from the beginning and then all of a sudden revealing the truth. And then you couldn't believe it, but it was because of you. Not anyone else. It was because of you that couldn't accept the truth. Whoever you are, whatever happened, that's what happened. Accept it. Let it go. Does it hurt? It doesn't hurt more. It doesn't hurt at all. But does this hurt? If I lit my hand on fire, it'll hurt. Yeah. So something that's pulling me away to tell me, hey, listen, there's something happening. Fire's too hot. Pull my hand away from it. What do you think that was? I find it as love, the greatest force in the universe. If there was no such thing as fire, or any kind of pain, what would it give what would it give the comparison to anything of substance? In my case, fire being an element, and it has a heat. Uh, 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 it's hot, and it burns my skin. And I find, the body is temporarily here. It's going to age. It's going to die. Death is just a new beginning. In actuality, there is no end. So, being eternal has infinite and beyond. You could say that. Um, Infinite benefits of being immortal. So not immortal, eternal being, an eternal being, and we are all eternal beings. So no matter how we want to put it with the ego and how hard life is and work sucks and god damn it the bus is coming late. Oh, my ex-girl broke up with me, fuck her, or some shit like, damn it, I spilt whole coffee cup on my damn new jeans, fuck man, my interview's over, I can't take the bus. And see, you know. Sometimes I would love to cut myself off for that. Because then I'd be like, hold up. And then you start thinking about something else. Because you're drawing fuel to the fire. Be like, damn it, the job is over. Ah. And, you stress about it so hard. And you listen. You listen to yourself. And when you get to talking with anyone, you hear yourself more than you hear the other person. And more than, I wouldn't say more actually. I'd say as much as you hear yourself. When another person is talking, you hear what you want to hear at times, but sometimes you do listen, and sometimes you're still standing there, but you may not hear. And it's a different kind of listening in that way. I don't listen all the time with my ears. Well, yes, I do. Shut up. I know. I listen with, being aware has that ability. It lets you pick up on everything. On everything. And that's universal understanding. In my understanding, I could say it's universal. That's who the universe operates off of love. If it didn't operate off of love, everything would be a train wreck, I believe. If it did, I mean, if it does, I mean, as it does, if it does, then everything should be all right. As far as like your finances or whatever you're going through right now, or whoever's going through something else, or what's going on, or what's going to happen, stuff like that. Well, it'll be all. It should be all right. Um, there's other things like how much. What was I saying? There was another thing like like the truth. The truth doesn't hurt. Love will get you out of harm's way. Why does something come to harm another person, or why does that happen? What makes it be? And I say, I don't know. I don't know. So I got on the concept of evil. My understanding of evil is it doesn't really matter as much as it should. I mean, it doesn't really matter as much as the other one does. Like, you got evil and you got good. Now, you can choose to do this sometimes. You can understand or learn from this. The evil, the darkness, the bad, or whatever you want to call it, in duality with the world, life, death, yin, yang, the moon, the sun, light and dark, or whatever, and whatever. So these understandings, I believe, like, look, you have evil, and then you have goodness. You're learning from evil, not to do it when it's been done, which I don't understand why. It's a part of this stuff. So I don't know. You can do something evil or something like that. From my understanding, you can do evil. It's possible. You can do good. It's possible. The better thing about it is when, you know, the good outweighs the bad, it gives you an understanding from a perspective where you learn from that angle at looking at yourselves like a reflection in the mirror, like self-reflection. Yeah, you start to have a self-reflection. And then with evil, it's like, let's see how much things I can do to get out of this situation. As you use it for motivation or inspiration, using the fuel, the dark matter energy, the substance that makes people react violently or whatever, to make you act reckless, to just go crazy. And you want to do evil, it's harm, it hurts, it's pain, it's suffering. And that has been darkness. I feel like, you know, when you have the understanding of shining the light on the darkness, it helps you see how much darkness you have to clean up to make it balanced again or something, right? Something like that. And then you judge it, you weigh it, but it comes to judgment. And you as a person yourself should know how much how you should know yourself. Something like that. I don't know, cause even I'm not allowed. I'm not supposed to be judging nobody. Don't need to be doing it. That's egotistical. I could say this: you serve your ego or your higher self. Ego or higher self. That's what it boils down to with duality, and it's the law of duality. In the universe, it helps you understand both points of reference. And correspondence, the law of correspondence is based off of like, hey, we learned that, you know, duality is actually a real thing. We choose to, you know, be like, yeah, I'm going to use that kind of blueprint and then understand it from a higher perspective, using higher consciousness, looking down on it with with the eye of truth and shining the light on it, and then finding out, you know, how much darkness there really is, and then using that understanding to be like, hey, I sit here now and I build upon what I do here, understanding this point of view perspective down here. And love correspondence will do the same thing all the time. It will just mimic the same thing as what's going on at the top. And it has to do that in order to understand it's just basically one and the same. That's what it boils down to at the same time. It's one and the same. It's the same thing. It's one with itself. And you know, I'm like, yo, yeah, I know that too. Yeah, but it's like this, you know. And you know, we all function on this way. Well, and, you know, people that know it and practice it, it's a different thing. People that don't know it and don't practice it is a different thing as well. It's true. It's when you're aware that it's happening, and that makes all the difference. If you don't know, and you're not aware of something happening, you're actually, you know, you just simply wouldn't be aware of it. You wouldn't know until something had brought it to your attention. Said, hey, did you know this? I said, what? This? Oh, damn, I didn't know that. Make you think like, oh shit. Damn. Shit. I ain't know that. Damn. If you think for yourself, like, what? Damn. But that's how it feels like, having self realization. Then you realize, I really don't know a lot, but you do. And so, if a person knows the code of this, excuse me, I'm clearing my breath a lot. My throat. Anyway, it's like, I'm saying it's like, okay, if you don't know the code, you may not know how to operate these dimensions, the ways of the universe, how to use themselves to facilitate the principles, the laws of, the universe and things of that nature. And a psychic phenomena may happen to you through psychic warfare that's currently going on the planet with human beings. Animals don't care for you. Well, they don't care for that. It's like a repetitive game that goes on and on and on, and you're just like, why are you guys still trying? Are you really trying that hard just to get in my mind? And it's not even that. It's like almost like it's worse, but it's not the way you may think how bad it can feel. It's like everyone is in your head and you're all connected mentally. And it's like this one guy in the classroom keeps saying the same thing and being annoying or something, whatever it may be. But it's like that one guy always does that one thing. Keeps telling you the same thing over and all the time. Like, hey, I got more bank than you, right? I'm like, bro, what? And then I go in the next classroom, probably wake up tomorrow morning, go to school, come to class. He's in the same classroom. He says the same thing. Hey, I got more bank than you, right? I'm like, what? Man, shut up. And it's that ego that makes you want to react. And the ego is that mental thing that it's not even, it's me aware of it. And it's always going to call back to you like things in this world, people in the world, the ego is like, I'm trying to get your attention all the time, no matter what. It's calling back to you. You don't need to listen to it. You don't need to listen to it. You don't need to give it energy and all that attention to fuel your ego. It's like getting mad at a wall for being too ugly, and you just take it so personal. And then you're like, that was my best friend's wall. This is not my house. And then you actually make a mistake, and then you still